We're on the Bellshield demolition range in Northumbria with one of the Royal Navy's crack bomb disposal teams. They're here on an exercise to safely destroy a number of pieces of ordnance that have been taken out of service. Each controlled explosion is triggered remotely by radio. The receiver is wired to an electronic detonator, which triggers the blast via a length of detonation cord. And the results speak for themselves. Blastsax from EDS Limited now form an essential part of the team's equipment. Blastsax can be used in place of sandbags, but they are much more convenient and practical to use. When dry, Blastsax are thin and lightweight. Each of these cartons holds 20 Blastsax, and a vac-packed bundle of 5 Blastsax weighs just 3 kilos. But soak Blastsax in water and they swell up to 30 times their original weight, increasing from 75 grams to over 20 kilograms, and they reach 90% of their capacity in just 3 minutes. Blastsax are non-toxic, biodegradable, have an almost infinite shelf life and suit a number of applications, as Warrant Officer Andy Cars explains.
The reason we're first interested in Blastsax was to give us protection for operators prepping weapons on board ships. Because on board ships we don't have sand, we don't have sandbags, but what we do have a lot of is water, fresh and salt. So what the idea is to protect the operator while he's prepping weapons, we put them sandwiched in between 2 Blastsax, and we've trialled these and it's proved very, very effective, more so than a sandbag, to protect the operator should a detonator function inadvertently whilst an operator is prepping a weapon, or a 50 cal round functions again for weapon preps like a rocket wrench or de-armour, and that's proved very effective. So we've brought it into service and we've deployed them on all ships to give our operators that protection. The next stage, what this trial is part of, is to then expand out from here, and that is the idea of now looking and say an RPG comes in through the side of a ship and doesn't explode. We can then put a wall of Blastsax in the way, and the idea is that when we we'll attempt a low order technique, but whenever you do a low order technique you should expect the high order. And the idea is that we don't want to damage the computers, the services on the ship, fuel lines, water lines, all the rest of it. So the idea is to contain the damage that it does. Right, what we're going to do, start with, we're going to fire an electric det in the open. Yeah, so you can hear the sound volume of the det going off. Okay, that's the first one we're going to do. Right, everyone's got all their radios off, mobile phones are all off, yeah? What I'm going to do now is a single L2A2 electric detonator, and inside an H83 ammo container. This is a pretty standard demonstration of the power of an electric detonator. It's like a single electric detonator, and you can see all the frag from the actual det on the inside of there. You know, see how the box is distorted, and all it does is I taped it to the bottom of the box, and it blew clean through the box, and the pressure wave blew the whole lid off. You can see the hinge is buckled, and it's actually blown. It's uncoiled those on the hinge on the lid and blown the whole lid off. So it's just the sheer pressure, one detonator.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Just goes to show. Right, our next challenge, we're going to use a single electric detonator in between 2 Blastsax. Yeah, and what we should see from this is the reduction in noise, and you've seen the frag in the box now, so you've seen all the throw out you get. The idea behind this is, one, it reduces noise, and 2, when we've got here the operators prepping electric detonators, it's to provide protection from the operator. You've seen me prepping the detonators. If for whatever reason, stray RF energy or anything, that should function, it'll prevent the box effect happening to me as I'm prepping a detonator. That's the purpose of this. Same again, single electric detonator, this time in between 2 Blastsax. If we're prepping a detonator, we'd put the detonator under the sandbag if we're prepping an RF hazard.